Sports, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's coming up.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On the run, this is Gray. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Gabriel. And incomplete on the deep ball. Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Gabriel. He wants it all for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
On 4th down, Gabriel. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Gray. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. back to throw. Gabriel. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. On third down, Gabriel. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10, Gabriel. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Hold it ready.
Start on the ground here on first down. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Richardson now, throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
19 takes.
Following the fumble recovery, Gabriel. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Ready.
Now Richardson throwing to start the drive. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down, Richardson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. Oh, look at the juke. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. To throw on 2nd down, Gabriel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Gabriel able to find Willis. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st down, Gabriel. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Ready? 19, right here. 19, 17.
Throwing again. Gabriel. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gabriel buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Gabriel to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. On the ground, it's Gray. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Gabriel. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd down now. It's Gray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gabriel. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Richardson throwing to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Team, and it's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Following the fumble recovery, Gabriel. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 6 yards away. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Gabriel looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, Gabriel. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Throwing on 1st down. Gabriel.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Brian Urlacher.
And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something to stick.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's Richardson to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run again here with Gray. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for him. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gray. And a short gain down to about the 33. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now that brings up 4th down there along loss of 6 yards on the sack. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. On fourth down, Gabriel. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards to...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
Looking to throw on second down. Gabriel dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gray. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gray. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
64 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on first down. It's Gray, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. On 1st and 10, Gabriel. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Up the middle they go. Gray, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Now a handoff up the middle. Gray, this defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to set this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now the Bengals down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters. So I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Now this throw caught left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. To throw is Richardson. To throw on second down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Richardson now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Up the middle they go. Gray. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gray. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, it's Gray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now all the focus, it shifts to the Bengals. Trailing by 6. A little under 30 seconds remaining. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on first down. Finding space at the 40, and he is out of bounds, so a spectacular start. One play, and they're up past the 40. Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man. And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking,
oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So this one's over. It's in the column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.